What up, tubers? Back for some more drafting of the Arena Cube. Yes, yes, indeed. Everything's the same. Nothing is different. All the cards are cards. What do we have here? Pick one, pack one. Hourglass Coven. It doesn't look too bad. I've heard that mono black in this format is pretty decent. Maybe we just, like, take the Coven here and run with it. Maybe not as good as it was in the Alchemy draft, but still a very, very nice top-end card for the black decks. You know what? Let's try it. Let's first pick the Hourglass Coven here. I like Treasure Maps, Luris, Market Connections, okay. Let's do this. Let's see what happens. Let's go somewhere that I normally would not, as we... Ooh, we get a second pick? Chandra, perhaps? The Awakened Inferno is really solid. If I want to stick with black, Elspeth's Nightmare and Bloodchief's Thirst are both really, really good as well. You know what? Let's stick with the black. Maybe we pick up Grey Merchant. Maybe we get to do some tasty Elspeth, Nightmare, Grey Merchant shenanigans. Yeah, I think Chandra's probably a better second pick, but I'm going to go with the Elspeth's Nightmare and see how a mono black deck works. Well, this is not black at all. Cosmos Elixir. This is pretty awkward. I mean, we could try to be like black-red. I think black-red usually is trying to be aggressive as well, but... Like third pick of Braid's not bad. I don't feel like Cosmos Elixir makes a lot of sense in black, but maybe it does. Could also just think like Esper Sentinel, maybe try to do like black-white life, or not life gain, black-white, well that's actually a thing too, but more black-white graveyard recursion. Get access to like Unburial Rites and Priest of Fell Rites or whatever it's called. Yeah, a variety of options we can go with. Okay, I'll take the Esper Sentinel. Maybe black-white's the thing to try. Get a Mana Tithe here. Mikaeus. Owl the Dawn Sky. Caravan can't be that bad. Let's go with the Mana Tithe. Alright. Black-white. Let's do this. Life of Toshiro, not bad. I think Angel of Invention's probably the pick. There's also a Lae'zel here. Card's pretty busted, but I don't really want to take this card. I know how it plays out. It might be better, but it's kind of boring. Yeah, this is a good start. And not too many decks are going to want those graveyard shenanigan cards, right? I don't even know how many are actually in this format, but... Archon of Emeria. Don't know if we want that. Underdog is just a good, decent 2-drop with value. Deadly Dispute could be okay. Is Deadly Dispute good in a cube? Doesn't seem that great. Seems like Underdog or Archon are better. Okay, let's just take the recurable 2-drop. Go Blink's not bad. Hive of the Eye Tyrant. This is kind of like Graveyard Recursion, but I don't think the Dollhouse is worth taking here. I think we'd rather take Restoration. Morbid Opportunist is quite good, and then we have 2 white removal spells if we want. I think all of these 3 of these choices are decent. Kind of like just taking the stance. Yeah, I like the Valorous stance for removal. Wield Dracula. Okay. Treasure Map on the wheel. Cathar Commando also good. Nice. Good white cards here. Maybe take the Humiliation for some extra removal. I don't think this is going to be a Loxodon deck. We could just be building mono white aggro, but I want to try the 2-color. Let's take Humiliation. Bodyguard, Ephemerate. There's that Cosmos Elixir on the wheel as well. I could see taking Cosmos. Although Ephemerate with the Coven and Angel's not bad, but you know what? I'll try the Ephemerate. Who knows? We are just turning into a white deck. Oh well. Just trying to force different archetypes. Though I wouldn't say we're doing any of the life gain or the graveyard recursion strategy quite yet. Life of Toshiro. Alright, that's some extra life gain. I mean, the Rescuer Chwinga's kind of nice with valuable cards or like sagas as well, but fine. Okay. I'd say we were kind of 15 for 15 on playables there. History of Benelia, Drana, Welcoming Vampire, Woe Strider, and a Fatal Push. Good, solid choices here for our first pick in Pack 2. I don't think you can go wrong with Welcoming Vampire. This card just takes over the game if it's not dealt with. The card advantage is immense. Wow, what a pack. What a pack. Sanctuary Warden, Massacre Worm, Prince, Evangel, Languish, March, Artist, Cast Out. These last few packs are going to have cards that we just wheel, so I think I like taking the Warden here. Another good value card that's just kind of hard to deal with. Good old shield counters. Into, a Thoughtseize? Jeez, again. A pack with a ton of different playables for us. Power Word Kill, Bright Climb Pathway, Agra Mauling, Blade Spicer, Amarius Call, and Thoughtseize. Even the Metamorph too, actually. I mean, at some point I'm going to need to take removal, but... or rather fixing, not removal. But Thoughtseize I think is just a little bit too good overall. I don't know if this deck is any good. It doesn't really have a straightforward plan. It's kind of just like black-white good stuff, which normally in Cube isn't as good as drafting like a specific archetype, but maybe this will work out. Very nice Chapel pick here since there's nothing else we'd want. Heliod, Seal Away, and Touch the Spirit Realm. Ways to gain life. Angel gains life. Dracula can kind of gain life. Life of Toshiro gains life. That's not good enough. Probably just take the touch here. Also works as the flicker, right? We can flicker our valuable ETB top-end cards and get some extra value that way. The best pickups for this deck are probably just going to be like Godless Shrine and any of the other black-white lands. Creature count's only at 8 right now. How good is this Clarion Spirit? Probably not that good. Graveyard Trespasser, however, is quite good. That's another way to gain life, too. Okay. Another Godless Shrine, or rather another black-white land is fantastic. If we get very lucky, we could get like Last Pick, Endatha Triome, or Inquisition, too. Because there are still 8 cards left in the pack after. Although it's likely that we're just going to get like crappy Siren Storm Tamer, but you never know. Wow, Farewell. I could definitely see running a Farewell here. We're not trying to be super aggro, and this card is just so, so good. Let's do that. History of Benelia Wheel, too? That's just a good card. I mean, Woe Strider is also good, but sometimes you play History of Benelia on turn 3, and then you kind of just win the game single-handedly. Cast Out in Evangel, too. Evangel's one of those really stupid cards, I feel like. Blade Splicer and Metamorph Wheeling? Yeah. I mean, already knew I should have been in the white aggro deck, but didn't want to really be doing that. Like, we have enough playables going into pack 3, so taking those lands was great, because we don't need playables. I'm guessing I'm cutting the Dispute, cutting the Humiliation, probably cutting the Ephemerate, though. All of these other cards I'm okay with. This is like black-white mid-rangey, but no life gain synergies, really, and no graveyard synergies. Like, we'd still take Unburial Rites if we got it, but it wouldn't be some amazing card in this deck or anything. Oh, you know what? I actually have, what, one other Vampire for the Dracula, too. Seal away. I don't think this is what we want. Okay, this last pick could be a good one. It was the Dryad Greenseeker, not the Siren Storm Terror. Alright, on to pack 3 we go. So no fixing here. What are our options then? We have a Painful Bond, could be okay as some card draw. Shambling Ghast is like okay. I don't think we need the early game stabilization. Could just take the Null Priest here for some graveyard interaction. I don't think the Thalia is what we want. We have quite a few non-creature cards. Yep, this is just decent 2-drop that in the late stages of the game can get back a creature, so that seems worth it. Bolas's Citadel. There's the Unburial Rites, too. I don't think we take Citadel. Restoration Angel, I think, makes a little bit more sense. Let's do that. I plan on wheeling the Unburial Rites, and even if we don't get it back, it's not like the end of the world or whatever. Adonto, Disfigure, Shade. Adonto is such a good 2-drop. Sometimes you just play it out and they can't do anything about it. Only problem is I'm a little bit worried against like opposing aggro decks, or rather, maybe not opposing aggro decks, but against aggro decks, this is not going to be good. Do we want to take Cold Steel Heart for a little bit of ramp and fixing? Versus Usher of the Fallen. We're not going to play Invoke. I doubt I'd want to splash Teferi. It is a worthwhile splash, though. Heart or Usher? Okay, I'll take the creature. Let's see, Cave of the Frost Dragon versus, like, Dog. This is miserable. This is just going to be better off if I just fully pivot into the white aggro deck. Guaranteed. Yeah, getting Maul of the Skyclaves here. How sad is this? Just like, that's how good aggro is, I guess? I'm supposed to just cut all these. Maybe we can splash a white card or two, and then just, yeah. Adeline, Soon's Intervention here. Throw in the Clarion Spirit, the Humiliation. Ah, this is really sad, but this is correct. Oh well. What are you gonna do? Tried to do something different. Thraben's really good. Dang. Nice 8th pick there. Hoping to wheel a couple more white cards. I mean, white's been super open anyway, so shouldn't be too hard. But if we don't, what are we gonna end up splashing? Nightmare or something? Oh, is Thalia a good pickup now? It actually is not bad. Okay. Well, that's 21 playables, so. Harvester is surprisingly good because there are so many aggro decks. This is just like a 3-mana 3/5 with lifelink, you know? Alright, we just need one more playable. Otherwise, I'll throw in the Ephemerate and call it. First pick Hourglass Coven, trying to do mono black, and then we just end up in mono white. Sad day indeed. Okay, with a Frost Dragon, nice. One more playable? Just one more, last pick. Can we do it? Darn, did not. Alright, so we'll throw the Ephemerate in. It's not like the Ephemerate's bad. It's just not that good. If nothing else, it can be a way just to protect a creature from a removal spell. Think of it as like a Bad's God Willing or something. Or good, depending on if I can flicker a creature that has an ability. Yeah, I don't think we want this. Do we? Dollhouse just seems really bad to me. Yeah, I don't think we need it. Okay. Mono white, let's go. Wonder how the deck would have been if I just moved all in on the white cards in the beginning, because we did take quite a few black cards, so this is not like the best of the white cards you can get in the queue, but it's good enough given that the color was open. We'll find out. Off to round 1. We are on the play, and our hand looks amazing. I'm going to go with turn 1 Thraben Inspector here. And that way, if we don't draw a land on turn 2, we can sack the clue and try to get the Splicer for turn 3. Because the Savior, it doesn't really matter if we're protecting one of these anyways. Alright, nice. So we don't even have to worry about that. We'll just smash. Play the dog. Scavenging Ooze. That's a good one. Guess the game plan is Maul of the Skyclaves on our 3/3 and go to town. Oh wow, that's also very good. Actually, I guess let's play out the flyer here instead. Our only fear is that they ramp into something big that we can't deal with. Yeah, that's worth keeping. So they can eat the dog with the ooze now, but so be it. 4/3 Liberator is fine. They can't actually block very well. It still has first strike. You know what, I'm gonna attack here for 5. And then I think I'm gonna pass. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sack the clue, and I'm gonna probably flicker my Blade Splicer with Touch the Spirit Realm here. Oh, they didn't attack. Oh, they're scared. Well, now we're not even going to flicker, we're just going to draw a card. Ah, I see. So we'll go ahead and save our Welcoming Vampire. It's not going to come back until the end of my turn, though, since this is already the end of turn. Now we go land, maul. I'm just gonna equip up the golem. Might be able to get him with Mana Tithe. That would be pretty funny. Let's see. Currently, if I don't block, I let them seek something. But if I block, I let them gain a life. So it's kind of interesting. I guess it's probably better still to block and give them 1 life. Because they could just activate the Celestis anyways. Oh my gosh, well. That will do just fine. Mana Tithe for the win. Let's go, baby. We take those. We definitely take those. Okay, woof, scary. Feels good to Mana Tithe the 6-drop. Alright, once again on the play here. This is not a good hand, for the record, but I have Mana Tithe for their first play, and then we have Restoration to ramp into Angel. And that does help a lot. So we're hoping that they play something I get to Mana Tithe this turn. They didn't. Yeah, we're gonna run out the history instead. I guess this is not ramp, is it? Because it doesn't trigger until the 2nd turn, so you don't actually get the 5 lands untapped on turn 4. Okay. Let's go Restoration here. Set up for land number 5. Since we don't have anything to trigger the Welcoming Vampire anyways. No thanks. Mana Tithe is so funny. Oh, what a beating. Alright, so what we get to do here is we get to discard the Thraben Inspector and then basically get it back for free. Now we're going to play out our Angel of Invention, make a bunch of tokens, and now both of my knights turn into 5/4, so they can't even trade anymore. Okay. So no way to kill the Angel Invention. Probably not great for my opponent. Let's go ahead and activate the clue, find a card. Nice. Let's play the Maul out. And start clearing off the board. Keep applying the pressure. So Languish would wipe the board, Meat Hook Massacre would wipe the board. Massacre Worm would be good, but it wouldn't be good enough. I mean, they're currently dead on board without doing something, because I can activate the Cave of the Frost Dragon to hit him for lethal in the air. What you got, friend? Pass? Flip. So it's very likely they have a way to kill the Angel at the very least. Which means I don't want to attack with the Architect. My guess is I'm supposed to just attack here with the Inspector and the Angel. I could have activated the Cave as well, but I think getting the Sanctuary Warden online makes sense. Yep. We'll still have good lethal next turn. And that is GG.
I won't be given a second chance. You'll learn the power of death.
Sure. No blocks. You are dead, bro. Not the most exciting games, but at least we're smashing. That's all you can hope for with mono white. On to game number 3. Once again, we are on the play like a wise person would be, and our hand is ooh la la. Turn 1 Thraben, turn 2 pop the Clue if we don't find something better to do, and then turn 3 is when we start dumping. Ah, we're against the red deck. Let's just go land pass here. Both History of Benalia and Blade Spicer are going to be amazing versus red. That's fine. They're Lightning Bolt. Yeah, if they're using Lightning Bolt on a Thraben Inspector, I'm really happy about that, obviously. Sure. I'm gonna lead on the Blade Splicer, because this way, even if they kill the 3/3 token, I'm still left with a 1/1 to trade with either of those things. Okay, now we can play the Welcoming Vampire. That Touch the Spirit Realm is going to be pretty good for the Phoenix if we need to stop the beats of that. Actually, maybe it's better just... Yeah, I'm going to go aggressive. I'm going to actually play out the History of Benalia here instead of Welcoming Vampire and card draw. Because next turn I'm probably playing Angel of Invention, you know? Alright, no pump. Phoenix. Well, now we're really glad we held on to the Touch the Spirit Realm. We'll go ahead and attack with a Blade Splicer now as well. Is Esper Sentinel also a knight? It is not. Not today, Mono Red. There's a new sheriff in town. Ooh. Anax, very good, though. But I don't think it's good enough. So remember, the tokens from Anax don't, or can't rather, block. So they might get 2 1/1s here, but it's not a big deal. Daredevil for 3, huh? Well, I have nothing in the graveyard, so... Alright, they're just planning on sacking. Discarded Devil's Play. They might have wanted to use that on Angel of Invention before attacking, but... Oh, this is good. We get to go Vampire here. Play out the dog. If they have a removal spell, they're going to need to use it now, and we also just get to draw a card. Yep. Alright. Didn't really matter. Even if they had killed the Angel of Invention, I don't think they were going to win that one anyways. We just had too much going on. Defeating mono red with mono white feels good. But I think that's a pretty classic case. Like, feels like in Vintage Cube, I guess maybe that's more of a thing, where the mono white aggro deck is just better than the red deck, since the white deck has a lot of ways to slow down the opponent and not just try to beat them down quickly, right? You have ways to actually interact and slow them down. Keep it going. If we keep winning die rolls, then anything is possible. Did not win the die roll, but this hand is pretty sick. 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop removal. As good as you can get, baby. You know when your opponent has a turn 1 Usher of the Fallen, you're in for an aggressive time. Oh, and they're just gonna run out their Sir Guardian Evangel. Love it. That's interesting. So now I think we actually hold the back on the Usher. Because even next turn we'll be able to kill a 3 toughness creature if we want to. Although I guess with Valorous Stance we probably don't need to. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just pop this off. Smash in for 5 and make a token. Gonti, yeah, that's really good. Okay. Vampire also very good. Smack in for 3. I'll pay 4 if they want to block. Yeah, we'll get the flyer online. I don't know. There's merit on holding the Vampire until I can also hold a Valorous Stance, but I'm assuming I'm going to need to kill a creature with that instead of protecting something. And I don't have any ways... I guess I have the Usher of the Fallen. That's not true. I can attack with Usher of the Fallen and then... and then make a token to draw a card if I really want. That Bastion of Remembrance. Wow, is also super annoying, but that was a clutch draw. Okay, let's go like this. On the Usher. And then now I can poop out a token and draw a card. Keep doing that now. So they're gonna go to 7 here. I'm gonna go to 15. But now our pressure's kind of unbelievable. Ah, they took my Sanctuary Warden. Yeah, that's not good. And because of the damn shield, I can't get rid of it. Oh man, that Mana Tithe would have ruined them last turn. Well, what I can do is I can move the Maul over to the Vanguard. Oh, did I not? Oh, I didn't need to pay because that's first strike. I guess we'll let the damage happen then and just pass. This way I can still hold up Mana Tithe. That was a slight mistake, though. I could be at 15 still. Yikes. So that gets to eat my... That gets to eat my Maul of the Skyclaves. Dang it. Okay, well there goes my pressure. Let's see. Take 6. This only triggers on creatures they have. Is there a chance I can kill them if I don't block? Feels like blocking with 1 token is right. Alright, in response to that... Kill the Warden. They'll go to 10. I go to 7. I go back up to 11. Yeah, them stealing the Sanctuary Warden was gross. Too bad. Let's make another token, draw another card. Is that worth ephemerating now? Keep the Usher alive, maybe, so that I can once again... Yeah, I think that makes sense. Oh, I would let them draw a card, though, because of the Esper Sentinel, wouldn't I? Alright, let's let this happen. They're gonna go to 11 again. I'm gonna go to 5. I'm actually not gonna be able to cast either of these spells, though, because of the Elspeth Conquers trigger now. And they just draw another Sanctuary Warden. Okay. Fair enough. I don't think we can come back from that. So chump, go to 2. And then we're on like 0%er. For sure, yeah. Good beats. Wonder what I could have done differently. I guess them not gaunting my Sanctuary Warden would have been a chance. Or maybe if I had made that first strike play, I would have had 4 more life. But I don't think 4 more life in that situation was winning it. We just got completely demolished by bigger cards. Oh my god. Well, I just paused through the entirety of one of my matches, so I apologize. We're actually 4-1 now. I forgot to unpause the video, but I was playing against a blue-red deck. So funny. I was playing against a blue-red deck, and we got to curve out on them, and then I got to Mana Tithe a Spectral Adversary for the win after they tapped out for it, but super awkward. We're 4-1 now. I'll have to double check the video to see where I paused, but yeah, we're 4-1 now, not 3-1 or whatever. We're going on to the next game. Okay, make sure I unpause this time. Yeah, 4-1, going on to the next game. How are we looking? We are on the draw. Looks decent. Turn 1 history. Really hoping to find something to do next turn, because nothing but 3 drops in our hand. That is a problem. Jeez Louise. Okay, so we're gonna take 3 here, and then they're gonna make an extra 1/1. And I'm gonna have to just touch the Spirit Realm on the Adeline next turn. This is gonna be the difference between being on the play and being on the draw. If I was on the play, We'd already have a different 3-drop creature on the battlefield. So Blade Splicer into... Hopefully they pump up a different creature. If they decide to use the Aspirant's ability on a different creature, we can kill it with the Humiliation next turn. Okay, good. That gives us a small chance. We get to go Blade Splicer into Humiliation on Aspirant. It's a big fat dragon. Okay, well, let's get our Flying Lifelinker online to help stabilize, perchance. Oh, well, now we're just dead. They also get the wedding announcement flipped next turn, too. Yikes. Not sure what I can draw, but I need to draw it right now. And that ain't it. Alright, good beats. Wow. And that's the difference between play on the draw as well. Like, if we're on the play, we get to go turn 3 Restoration or turn 3 History, and we get to be the aggressive one because we get to be proactive. Have board presence when we touch the Spirit Realm on their Adeline or whatever, but yikes. Good beats, good beats. Alright, 4 and 2. On to the next. Game number 7 now. On the play with an okay hand. I don't remember how many 2-drops are in my deck, but it feels like we've had 1-drop into 3-drop pretty frequently. Okay, we're gonna be on the play this time if they're another mono white deck. Indeed. Let's go with History here. And they have the Welcoming Vampire. Okay. Good draw, though. And that's a knight. Woohoo! So we get to attack for a big old chonk next turn. Funny. Yeah. All right. What is this attack for 15, 16? Sanctuary Warden seems like it's going to be a pretty brutal mirror breaker, though. I guess the Welcoming Vampire is the thing that's putting them over the top of me, though. Man, that sucks. Now they get to take my Warden and it costs 8? Jeez Louise. Ah, that might have killed us. That might have definitely been enough to kill us. Brutal. Both players have Selfless Savior, so it's kind of awkward to try to make a trade block, you know? Sure, that's fine. They have way too many cards in their hand, though. The Selfless Savior, or no, rather the Welcoming Vampire, is going to be hugely problematic for us. They're keeping their 2/2 alive. I'm okay with that. I'm guessing we're dead, though. Oh yeah, for sure. That is a lot of damage. Well, I don't think they're supposed to exert, at least. I guess if they do exert, they kill like the 2/2 or something? Is there a way we can win this? Yeah, they didn't exert. Awkwardly, I don't even get to eat their creature because of the loss of the Selfless Savior. Gross. Yeah, if we had the Warden on turn 6, we would have been fine, but... Man, that Spellbinder completely hosed us. As well attack with Vigilance as well. If I'm not dead on board, I'm certainly close. I mean, the shield on the Sanctuary Warden's gonna save us here, it feels like. But they have 4 other cards in their hand, so I don't think we're supposed to get our hopes up. Oh, they just have me at 1 on board, don't they? Yeah. I can only block 1 flyer. So they have 6 damage in the air going through. They only need to find 1 point of damage. That smells like they have it. Oh, did they forget to... They might have forgotten to... They might have forgotten to activate the exert. Well, doesn't matter if they have 1 point of damage, and they did. They had Kumano. Alright, good beats. Yeah, I'm not sure what I could have done there differently. That Elite Spellbinder completely wrecked us. And we got a nice little 4-3 with mono white. I'm sorry you had to miss one of the rounds. Again, I'll have to go check back the video, but went 4-3, lost some, win some. I think these aggro decks are the baseline for the cube. Which kind of sucks that you can't do as much of control as in other formats, although I do think this is a decent balance overall, honestly. Like, the control decks can still get there, it just feels like the baseline is going to be playing to beat aggressive decks. Anyways, thanks for watching this, I was going to say this week's video, but today's video here on the tubes. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you back tomorrow for some more. Peace out.